Here's a feature in Canva that I find a lot of people don't even know exist, and that is editing videos. In this video today, I want to show you how to edit videos in Canva. You can upload your video, edit it just like many other editors, and you can even use the free version to do this, and you're going to have some great looking finished videos that you can export in high def. Let's get started on how to use Canva to edit videos. Hi, I'm Jamie and welcome to Teachers Tech. If you've never used Canva before, I'll put a link to this page down below in the description, and then you can go and just click sign up and you'll see that you just need your email and you can create a free account, and then you can just follow along with me today. The other thing I just want to point out, if you are an educator, you can get Canva for free. So I'll put the link to that one where you can sign up, and then you're going to have a lot more features available to you. But I'm going to go get it signed in and then show you how to start editing videos. I'm all logged into my Canva account, and you can see right away all the things that you can create inside Canva. From docs to presentations, social media. I use it a lot for my thumbnails. You can see there's a shortcut for me to start from here. We have some navigation over on the side. I'm not going to spend too much time with that today. I want to jump in right to video. So I'm going to click on video, and it's going to bring me to some more options. So notice this across here, all the different ways I could start with video. Do I need a Facebook video or an Instagram reel, a TikTok video? And notice that the format changes to the correct size that I would need to upload to these different social media. But we have all these quick starts that we could use. And then we have these templates that are down below that I could start from as well. In today's tutorial, it's a beginner's tutorial, so I'm just going to start from this. This is going to be a blank one. And once you learn how to kind of work it from scratch, step by step, you'll be able to manipulate all of this a lot better. So I'm going to click on this, and then we can get started with our blank canvas that we have right here. I'm going to be uploading video to start with. Over on the left, you're going to see that we have uploads right here. I already have some uploads in my upload, but we can upload more. And where I can go is just click on upload, or if I click on the three dots here, notice that I can connect to things like Facebook, Google Drive, Instagram, and Dropbox and bring those images or videos inside of Canva to work with. But I'm just going to go and click on upload files, and I'm going to go to just my desktop, and I have this folder here. I can click one at a time to bring them in. I have some videos and pictures here, or I could select them all, hit open, and things are going to be uploaded. My uploads are complete. You can see I had 2 images in that upload. If I go to videos, I had these 3 different videos, and I have audio, no files that I uploaded there. I'm going to show you a different way to grab some audio, but if you have a file, you can include that in your upload. So I'm going to drag this back over to video, and I'm going to show you how to start editing. Now let's start with this video. You can see as I hover over it, it's 14.6 seconds here. And I have some ellipses here where I can do some things if I wanted to move this to trash and didn't want this, or I could even download this. But if I go and just click on it once, it places it inside on this page. This page is set up to be 1920 by 1080p, high def, and notice that it's not to the edges. I could grab this to size it. I could right click. When I right click, I always get a lot of different options. I could go and set this to the background. When I set it to the background here, it takes up the whole frame or the whole page, and that's the way it'll be seen when it's done. I'm going to just click on this up top. Whenever I click, I have all these different options up here. If I hit delete, I just want to point out you can drag things over and place them over too. Now the whole idea is about placing your videos in order that you want. So if you had a number of different videos like I uploaded, you can drag another one over. Or you can go to your images and drag one of those over. So if I drag it in between and drop it, I've placed it right here. At any time, you can go ahead and change the order. So right now, if I go to the beginning, and if I just click at the beginning here, you can see the playhead. As I drag it over top, I can go and see, and this is just a picture here, and it goes over to this video. Or I could hit the play, and it will play through. And if I wanted to zoom out or in, notice that if I click this, this is for the top. If I zoom in, it zooms in the top here. If I click this again, now it's going to zoom this. So if I needed to see more, or I zoom out, because if I zoom out, then I can easily go frame by frame a lot easier. But then I can zoom out as my videos get longer. I might want to see more here. Now you can change the order really quickly. I can drag this over here. I could drag this over here. You can see how easy it is to manipulate. So how do we start doing some edits to these clips? I'm just going to close this to give this a bit more room. Now, when we edit, what we need to do is either trim or split. I'm going to zoom up a little bit more. And to trim, I can go from either end of a video. So in this case, we know this is 14.6 seconds. Maybe I only want 3 seconds or 4 seconds of it. If I just hover over the beginning, I can drag it to trim it like this. Or if I drag it from the other end, I've trimmed it. So you can see now this is down to 5.6 seconds. Another thing you might want to do is cut something out of the middle. So if I go to this video here, I can either right click, and notice I have split page. So whenever we see this, one of these, this is a page it's referring to, and I can go split page. Now it's in 2 pieces. If I move my playhead over a bit and select this, I could right click, split page, or even if I go up top, there's a split page up here. So now I have this 1.5 second chunk. I could either move it to a different place. So if I bring this back now and hit play, you'll see it jump from one to the other. Or I could select it and hit delete on my keyboard or delete up here. With a picture, I could drag the end as long as I want because this is static. I can make it last as long as I want. Now I want to point out also, if I go back to this first clip over here, notice when I click on it, I have it selected. If I go and just click on playback up here, we have some options of video speed. If I wanted it slower, I could drag it this way, and now I'm adding slow motion to this clip. So you can see now it's going to be a longer clip because I've slowed it down. Canva has all these features in it. If I click on this clip here, I'm going to go up top here and I'm going to click on the trim because I want to point out there's always different ways that you can do this. So if I click here, notice that I have trim up top at 6.6 seconds. I can actually bring it back to longer. You can always bring it back. If you drag it one way, you can bring it back the other way. So if I want to, I can go ahead and hit done. So Canva makes it very easy to see all the different things you can do with editing on your different clips, or in these cases, we call them pages. Let's go back to our uploads here, to our videos, and let's bring this one in. And I'm just going to drag this in between just like this. You can see how it's added to this. Notice it's at the background right now. If I right click, I can detach from video background. I can size this however large I'd want on this one screen. So even if I wanted to have multiple on the same screen, I could do this. So I could place them all around in different places to have on the screen. And I can even flip or crop them. So if I go and start cropping, if I go and crop this one, if I didn't want it to be as large, that part, I could hit enter, and now I can start placing these videos maybe where I'd want. Now I could do a little bit better job. I'll just hide all the white here. So now we have, in this case, 3 different videos. If I bring it to this, I hit play, I have 3 different videos playing at once. If I get rid of one of these, let's say this one, delete, if you wanted to have a spot to put some font this way, you could add the font, and I'll show you how to do that. Or if I click on this, you can change the background. So if I go and pick a color, whatever I want, I can have that there. So again, you can change the page quite quickly. If you wanted to have multiple videos, you can undo things with Control Z or going back here. I just want to point, I just want you to notice, okay. The other thing I want to show you is if you right click on this and go to show timing, notice that this comes up right here. I'm going to go, I could trim this so it becomes a shorter one. So now if I go back and hit play again, you're going to see this one comes in at a later time because I trimmed that. So to show the timings allows you to manipulate when you want, whether it be a picture or text in a moment. I'll show you that same thing. But remember, you can show timing. If I right click again, I can hide timing also to make it go away. Another thing you might want to do is add transitions to your video. So it could be between two videos or video to picture or picture to picture. So what I mean is, so if I hover over, and we can do this a few different ways. And notice this, I can add a page or drag and drop like I showed you, but there's a transition here. So when I click on this, it opens up transitions. And if I hover over them, it shows me what it's going to do. So when I find one I like, I can click on it and it will apply it right here. So if I bring back this a little bit, hit play, you'll see the transition from one to another. Now with the transition here, I can change how long it lasts. I can choose the direction that it comes in, and we can quickly make changes to any other one. If you wanted that same transition between everything, you can go and click apply between all pages. Now I have a transition that's going to go, and it's the same one, but I can modify this. If I click over here and hit play, you'll notice that that transition's there, but I can go and modify this at any time. Next, I want to show you how to add text to your pages. Let's add some text now. I'm going to go over here and select text, and you're going to notice if I go down, they have these templates of text that you could use. I just want to point out, I'm using a pro version, so I can use everything. Whenever you see the crown, that's part of the pro version or the education version that I mentioned before. Like this, everybody could use it because it doesn't have the crown. Let's just start with some basic font. If I go and click on this, it quickly gets added. I can move this all around to different places. I'm just going to click in here and I'll just write hello everyone. Just like many other, anytime you're writing font, you can quickly change. If you're used to Canva, if you look up top, we can make a font change. We have lots of different fonts. Just making sure if you're in the free version, you can't be using the crown one. So if I click on it, you can see how it changes. I can go and change the size up here, or I could even pull it and you can see how it adjusts. I can change my font color quickly through here. If you wanted to add a new color, you could see all the range of colors that you have here. And you can also pick from a color by clicking on this and picking the color that you want. Just like any other ones, when I go through, you'll see that you can center just like normal editors and transparency. I can even add effects. So if I click on effects, I can go and add these type. I can adjust the color if I wanted. So notice if I turn it to red, you can see how it changes. We'll change that to black. And you can quickly play with all these to get exactly what you want. Now I've added this font. Notice how it's showing up top here. If I right click on this, what I'm going to do is hide timing. What I want to point out is sometimes the timing isn't automatically shown. Mine was probably turned on. So if you want to see the timing, if you just right click on this, notice we go show timing and it shows where this font is being played. If I want the font to start later, I can adjust this just by trimming it. So now if I hit play, notice at the beginning that it's not there and then it comes up. So I can go and still add all these different effects that I was adding to other ones to the font. And notice if I right click, you have different options that you can use here from layer. I can hide the timing like I showed you back before. If you wanted to use one of these or any of these, if you wanted it at the beginning, you can drag this over and just place it. So it's placing it like a picture at a 5-second start. So this is where I could go ahead and write what I want in here, and it's going to be already using the format that's set, but I can go and change colors and fonts just like I showed you before. But in a few seconds, you can add all this text very easily to this and transitions. Let's discuss working with audio. So in this clip right here, I'm just going to hit my space bar. You can hear some background kids, a little bit people talking in the background. If I click on this page and I go up top, notice audio up here, I can turn down the volume all the way. I can mute it so that noise isn't even heard. So if I play this again now, you're going to hear nothing in that clip. Now I can turn that back up. The other thing I can do with any video is extract the audio from it. So if I go ahead and have that page selected and I hit extract, it pulls it out here. Now, what I can do is very similar to what I showed you with the video pages. I can trim these. I can go ahead and split it into pieces. I can move it around just like I showed you before. Up top, when I have a clip of audio selected, I can go ahead and delete that track. I can adjust it. So if I click adjust, notice I can move it to where I want it to be played. I can go ahead and adjust the volume from here, or I can add a fade. And I'll show you in a moment with music how that works a little bit better. And there's also the beat sync. So what this does is syncs your clips and footage and elements to the rhythm of the music. But let's go grab some audio now. And in my case, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on this down here and get rid of it. So I'm going to select, delete. I don't need this in here because I'm going to add an audio track. So if I go over to my elements, and this time I want to look for, rather than pictures, I'm just going to go back to all here. And notice if I look, I have audio also. So if I go and click on see audio, and again, remember the crown, I'm in a pro version, there is free versions out there. Just like the videos, I can come grab videos from here also and do all the same things that I showed you before. So I'm going to grab the audio. Let's go look for, I could go get dogs barking if I want, but you know what? I want something happy with music. And what they can do, all this comes back and I can give a quick preview. So if I click on it, it gives the preview to it so I could listen to a few of these. And then notice these are pro, but I'll be able to use them. But if I click and drag these over, I can place this over here. Now I could have uploaded audio just like I showed you with the video or the pictures and do this exact same thing and place them into this track. And like I showed you before, you can trim this from either ends. If you select it, you can right click and do all the different, you can split, do all these different adjustments from here or up top. If I go to fade, like I mentioned before, we can do a fade in. And now if I bring this back, it fades in. And then if I do a fade out, it will be at the other end. So even if I wanted to do a clip here and delete this part of the song, and then I can add a fade out, and you're going to see how it fades out. So you can adjust the audio to add some nice transitions if you're switching between music and different video clips, and it fades out. Let's say you're all done. You have some text, some transitions, some audio, you have video, everything's the way you want. Make sure you give itself a name. You won't lose anything, but it's always nice to keep things organized with the correct name. I'm just calling this hello everyone. If you want to do a quick preview, you can see this is 1 minute long. If I hit the play, it's going to give me a preview of what we worked through and just created here, the slow motion, the text, and it will have the transitions to it. I just hit escape to leave. If I want this as a finished product to download, if I hit share up here, now I have download right here. So I can click download and MP4 is right here. So I look at all the different ways you can change your options when you're downloading different things in Canva, but this is a video, so I'm leaving it at MP4. Right now, this is at 1080p, as I mentioned at the beginning, but I could actually increase this to 4K, but this is going to be part of the Pro also. I'm going to have all 6 pages selected. So it's a little bit different thinking with pages rather than your tracks and everything if you're used to other video editors, but it works the same. When everything's the way you want it, just hit download. It will go through the process and you're going to have an MP4 in a matter of no time. It's all done. Let's go ahead and check the download here. Here it is. If I just click on it, it will open up. I can hit play. You can see it came through in a good quality. It has all the different effects that I had told it to put into it, and it's all done. So if you wanted to upload this, if I went to the file, if you wanted to bring it to YouTube, there's the file right there that you could upload to a place like YouTube or share it how you would like. So I hope you like this tutorial on how to use Canva as a video editor. It's so simple to use and produces great results. Make sure you check out the other video I mentioned about capturing, using Canva to screen capture. That is a great option to use too. Thanks for watching this time on Teachers Tech. I'll see you next time with more tech tips and tutorials.